as my interviewee, and his name is Dr. Savic. And Dr. Savic has an extensive experience in knowledge management, information management, and also nuclear knowledge management. So I asked Dr. Savic to introduce himself, tell us a bit about his background, and in particular, what's the sharp contrast between knowledge management and nuclear knowledge management, and what are the specific challenges in handling nuclear knowledge management. Dr. Savic, welcome.
Thank you very much, Professor Tsui, for your kind introduction and for inviting me to talk to you about some important aspects and issues that modern information and knowledge management face today. I have been working many years for various UN agencies on 3 continents and went through really exciting professional times. I experienced many changes that impacted the records, archives, and document management, library information, and lately, knowledge management. In summary, that was a road from analog, paper-based world to a fully automated digital, cloud, and AI-based environment. The last 15 years, I spent working for the International Atomic Energy Agency in Vienna, Austria. I was in charge of nuclear information management, and lately I became a nuclear knowledge management consultant. This gave me an opportunity to dive deep into the specifics of the category of information and knowledge. The starting assumption when we talk about the nuclear information and knowledge is that it is unique and special in comparison to other fields. There is some truth in that, but insisting only on differences hides many commonalities between various domain-specific information and knowledge management. For example, all domains have a need for professional and responsible management, trustworthiness, accuracy, usability, and so on. In other words, it is important to recognize that while there are some specific challenges and requirements in nuclear information and knowledge management, there are also many commonalities and solutions that can be applied across different domains. Talking about the key challenges in nuclear information and knowledge management, the key ones are: first, it's data security. Protecting sensitive data from unauthorized access is a major concern in the nuclear industry, as it can have serious consequences if it falls into the wrong hands. Information complexity. Nuclear industry is based on highly technical and incredibly complex technology, and on leading scientific research. This takes the task of managing such information a difficult one, since it requires highly technical staff that operates related repositories and data centers. Data integrity. Maintaining the integrity and reliability of data is critical in the nuclear industry, as it is used to inform important decisions and ensure the safety of facilities. Information preservation. Some nuclear power plants and other related facilities can be used for over 50 years, which introduces many challenges for long-term preservation of knowledge and its usability. We should not forget that not so long ago, microfilming was the main technique for preserving valuable documents, while today it is even difficult to find any microfiche or microfilm reader or printer. Knowledge capture. As the nuclear industry has matured, there is a growing concern about the aging workforce and the potential loss of institutional knowledge as experienced professionals retire and newcomers still need relevant knowledge and experience. That brings us to the next challenge, which is knowledge retention. Ensuring that new employees are able to access and learn from the experiences and knowledge of more experienced colleagues is crucial for maintaining the industry capabilities. Explicit and tacit knowledge need to be provided in proper form so that they can be retained for longer periods. Access to information. Ensuring that relevant and accurate information is easily accessible to all relevant stakeholders can be a challenge, particularly in a complex and regulated industry like nuclear energy. Information sharing. Communicating important information and updates to all relevant stakeholders can be a challenge, especially in a global, highly complex and regulated industry with many different players. In conclusion, modern information and technology management faces many challenges and requires the use of advanced technologies and effective systems to manage the overwhelming amount of data and information available today. It also requires a focus on the management of knowledge and expertise within an organization, as well as the trustworthiness and ethical use of information.
Wow, thank you for your enlightenment. That's wonderful. I especially like the key points that you point out for nuclear knowledge management. It requires special attention to security, to speed of handling the information, and also in the complexity in disseminating and updating information and knowledge, because various governments, various legislations are involved. So yet, such a critical issue. Thank you very much. Now, allow me to turn to the second question, which is far more fundamental, and many people asked in this already, and that is, what do you think as the difference between information management and knowledge management?
In my view, information management and knowledge management are closely related, but there are also some key differences between them. Generally, information management refers to the systems and processes that organizations use to collect, store, and organize information, as well as to protect and secure it. This includes everything from data management systems, databases and repositories, to document management systems and records management policies. The goal of information management is to ensure that relevant information is collected and that an organization has access to the information it needs to function efficiently and effectively. On the other hand, knowledge management is concerned on ways organization creates, shares, uses, and preserves the knowledge and expertise of its members. This includes identifying and capturing valuable knowledge from employees, as well as creating systems and processes for sharing and disseminating this knowledge within the organization. The goal of knowledge management is to improve organizational performance by harnessing the collective knowledge and expertise of its members. So while information management is focused on the storage and organization of information, knowledge management is focused on the creation, capturing, sharing, and use of knowledge within an organization. In practical terms, information management is mainly concerned with explicit knowledge, while the focus of knowledge management is more on people and their tacit knowledge.
Thank you for that, and I surely agree with everything you said there. In particular, knowledge management is more than just handling information, more than just handling the explicit documents and information assets, but very much about connecting people and getting people to share, and also managing the tacit knowledge as well. Spot on. Thank you very much for that reinforcement. Now, the third question, it's about the issue of content. Now, everybody knows that with any KM initiative, people, process, and technology are most important. But unfortunately, sometimes people have also ignored or largely underexplored the important topic of content. That's the very thing that we actually hold inside the repository. That's the very thing that we treasure. That's the knowledge itself. So, what's your view about the role and importance of content in any KM initiative, and what do you consider to be the consequences, the downside, if content is attended to in a KM journey?
When one talks to IT specialists about content, they immediately jump to content management systems, or to CMS, as they call it. By the way, IT people, just like UN staff, love to use numerous abbreviations, making any conversation too technical and somewhat difficult. But that is a different topic. For knowledge managers, content is something quite different. For them, content is a crucial component of any knowledge management program. It represents the information, data, and expertise that is being created, shared, and managed within the organization. Without quality of relevant content, a knowledge management program will not be effective in meeting its goals. There are several roles and importance of content in a knowledge management program. Firstly, content is the basis for the knowledge management program. It is the foundation upon which all other activities and processes are built. Without content, there is nothing to manage or share. Second, content helps to ensure the accuracy and reliability of information within the organization. By having a central repository for knowledge, it becomes easier to verify and validate the content to ensure it is accurate and up-to-date. Content is also a primary means of communication within the organization. It is used to share ideas, expertise, and experiences with others. By having a structured and organized way to share content, it becomes easier for employees to access and use the information they need. Finally, content helps to create a culture of continuous learning and improvement within the organization. By having a wealth of knowledge available, employees can access the resources they need to learn new skills and improve their performance. In summary, content is a crucial element of any knowledge management program. Without it, program will not be effective in meeting its goals. By focusing on the implementation and importance of content, organizations can create a culture of continuous learning and improvement, leading to a greater success and their competitiveness.
Thank you very much. You have explicitly pointed out, the role and importance of content, and I cannot agree with you more about this particular issue. So hopefully, from now on, more and more KM journey are, picking up and refocusing more on the content part, not just on people, process, and technology. The next question I have for you is, some years ago, you published an article about digitalization, and also digital transformation. And it would be wonderful for you to clarify the compare and contrast across these three terms. So over to you. Please help us to, to demystify the exact meaning of these three terms.
At the beginning of 2020, I published an article entitled "From Digitization and Digitalization to Digital Transformation, a Case for Grey Literature Management." It is freely available from the researchgate.net, where it had over 20,000 reads so far. The terms digitization, digitalization, and digital transformation often cause confusion and are sometimes used interchangeably, especially the first two terms. Digitization is the process of converting analog information such as text, images, or sound into digital format. It involves scanning or converting the information into a digital form that can be stored and accessed electronically. Digitalization is the process of using digital technologies to improve processes, systems, and experiences. This includes automating processes using data analytics to make better decisions and using technology to enhance customer experiences. Digital transformation is the integration of digital technology into all areas of a business, resulting in fundamental changes to how the business operates and delivers value to customers. It involves the use of digitization to fundamentally change the way a business operates and delivers value to customers. Digital transformation assumes an umbrella role, encompassing both digitization and digitalization and regarding them as initial steps in an organization's digital transformation and the reorganization of its information management. In summary, digitization is the process of converting information into digital format. Digitalization is the use of digital technologies to improve processes and experiences, and digital transformation is the integration of digital technology into all areas of a business to fundamentally change how it operates.
Thank you very much for an excellent clarification. Now, make no mistake, we can, sharply determine what is, digitalization, and also digital transformation. Thank you very much. It's a very clear, explanation. Now, as a final question, what do you consider to be the skills and competencies for knowledge workers in the 21st century?
There are several key skills that knowledge workers need in order to be successful in today's increasingly digital world. First one is digital literacy. This includes being proficient in using computers and other digital devices, as well as understanding how to use various software programs and online tools. Communication and collaboration. In the digital age, knowledge workers often work remotely or with team members who are located in different parts of the world. As a result, they need to be able to communicate effectively through various digital platforms such as email, video conferences, and chat apps. Problem solving and critical thinking. Knowledge workers often have to deal with complex problems and challenges. They need to be able to think critically and creatively in order to find solutions and make informed decisions. Flexibility. In today's fast-paced, constantly changing digital world, knowledge workers need to be able to adapt quickly to new technologies and new approaches. They need to be flexible and open to learning new things. Data literacy. Knowledge workers often have to work with large amounts of data and information. They need to be able to understand and analyze data in order to make informed decisions and solve problems. Being skilled in visually representing data through infographics and other means would be also very beneficial. Creativity. In today's digital world, knowledge workers need to be able to think creatively and come up with new ideas and solutions. This requires being open to new perspectives and approaches, and being able to think outside the box. A very good mantra to follow would be innovate or evaporate. Thank you.
Once again, thank you for pointing out those skills, and I agree with you entirely. And also thank you for enlightening us to think outside the box. And we always have to exercise these kind of skills in the increasingly complex society. So, I hope there's another chance to, to learn more from you in the future. But for now, thank you, Dr. Savic, and we treasure this very much. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.